ready. I'm ready. Whoa!
Magnets!
Guess who?
Emotional damage!
Help me understand what it is that makes white people so
I got to
afraid.
the Senate 180 years ago.
Who is this?
Better than anybody else. And you don't know my state. My state was a slave state. My state is a border state. My state is the 8th largest black population in the country. My state is anything from a northeast liberal state.
Get your words straight, Jack.
Get the fuck out.
You are part of the Rebel Alliance and a traitor.
Get out.
You can't handle the truth!
Fear leads to anger. Anger leads to hate. Hate leads to suffering.
My name is Jeff. Hello?
Hey.
Daddy!
Giggity, giggity.
Oh my...
So in my head, I know that I am irrationally self-confident. I know for a fact. Because when I wake up every morning, the thought pattern that goes through my head is kind of like Stuart Smalley from Saturday Night Live skit. And it goes kind of like this. You're super smart, you're funny, good looking, pretty damn sexy, you have impeccable comic timing, you are not only intelligent but an intellectual, and all women and most men want to sleep with you. It kind of goes like that. It's a pattern. So my 15-year-old daughter would tell me that I'm conceited. My ex-wife would say that my head could barely fit through the door. That's just because I have a huge head. I tell my family and my friends, they say I'm cocky. But I say, what? It ain't bragging motherfucker if you back it up. Kid Rock, yeah, you're welcome. So the reason that I have irrational self-confidence is because there are days when I wake up and all there is in my head is darkness. All there is in my yesterday was darkness, and all I see tomorrow is darkness. Darkness is not a good place to be, it's not a good place to exist, it's not a good place to live. So positive self-talk and positive self-image will aid you in staying out of the darkness. And there's nothing more important, because you have everything to offer. You have everything to offer yourself, because you can learn and you can grow. You have everything to offer your friends, because they invested in your friendship for a reason. And your family, well, they're the core that put you on this earth. You have a lot to offer. Trust me. If you ever find yourself in the darkness, like we all do sometimes, remember, irrational self-confidence is the most rational thing you can do when you're feeling blue.
Defeat the rats.
looks like it. Quarter to one. Jeez. Watch. There we go. Here. There you go. That's Almer. Over there, that's Tim. Go. Go. The boys. The boys are in prison. They're not really. They have this habit trail thing going on here. There's another cage on the other side. On the other side. Look. Well, let's see. What shall we do? Hi. Alrighty. So, I got my kids here. Got 2 out of 4. Got Haley. She's the middle child, technically. And we got Hannah, the baby. The funny part is they're like less than a year and a half apart, and the baby's like 5'9", and the middle child is like 5'4", 5. There we get a little bit of credit. They're not very big kids. You think that looking at me that all my kids would be monster size, but they must have got that petiteness from mom's side of the family, if not from mine. So hey, what's going on? Dad bought Biker Beard here on a Saturday night, Friday night, Saturday morning. I was tooling around. I was reading the news, and I sit down in my little studio space here, which is kind of a fat. Hey, relax. Why are you guys so pushy? They had a rat trap at the local market. I was going to pick it up and see how they fared against that. Then I remembered that's how I got these guys in the first place, so that would be very nice. I give them a hard time because they're cute, because they hang out here right next to where I spend a fair amount of time. If I'm not doing work, then I'm doing advertising work, or I'm doing podcast work. It tends to be here. So these little dudes, what are the names?
I think I pee too much.
You do pee quite a bit. What, are you drinking beer in there? No. Maybe switch to water. It is like midnight. Love you. So, what was I saying? Oh, the pet rats. These pet rats were actually wild rats in my house a few weeks back. I had to murder most of them, but I kept these. So it's kind of weird. I don't know if you've ever had a regular domestic black and white. I believe these are considered Norwegian rats. All the rats that you see at the pet stores, they're descendants of a Norwegian rat. They're not actually like your normal rat that you see on the street. You know, you see the rats in like New York City. Those wharf rats, those are, I guess those might be Norwegian, aren't they? The ship rats. Those things are huge.
Good night.
Good night, baby. But the ones you get at the store, they're not the ones that you're gonna find like most often running around like here in Arizona. You'll find different types of rats. You'll find pack rats are huge here. They're not like huge size wise. There are many of them. The desert rats, they have the little. I think the pack rats might have a little tail that's like fuzzy on the end. They look more like a gerbil. These rats were wild. They were born underneath my house. They were spawned by what I can only imagine are, normal black and white, run-of-the-mill domestic rat that got out of somebody's cage. And who knows how many generations were down there. But, I wound up with a litter of them finding a way into my house from living under my house. So I've been in this house, I've been in this one for 2-3 years, I think. Let's see, I moved out in 17, made it to 18, lived in the house behind me, 18 and 19. Man, I guess it's been 3 years. Mind me, I should probably pay my rent. But I remember when I vacated the house on the back of the property, that the new tenant had complained that she would see a rat or rats on the side of the house, which was kind of her driveway, and it's the side of mine. And she would say, "I saw rats, and they're so disgusting. We should kill them." I was like, "What kind of rats? Like pack rats? Like those little fuckers who get under your car and eat the wiring?" And I was just thinking like rat. She's like, "No, they're huge." I was like, "Yeah. I'm sure it has nothing to do with my misogyny and the fact that you're a woman." No, wait, that misogyny isn't. Misogynists don't see the difference between men and women. That's what that is. I actually do. So that's not the right answer. What happens when you recognize that women in general tend to be a little more jumpy to things that are squirmy and, like bugs and rats and cockroaches. I think it's just called fact. Maybe I'm wrong. But anyway, I didn't believe her. I didn't believe her for a year and a half, 2 years. Oh crap! I never saw a rat over there. Never saw him in my backyard. Didn't know what she was talking about. And then now looking back at the experience, it's pretty funny. Must have been December of 19 or 20. My dog and my cat, they were still alive. They escorted. Dog and the cat, they escorted a rat, what looked like a pet rat, into my house. I look down. There's the cat looking up at me, proud. There's the dog looking up at me, proud. In between them, there's a black and white rat looking up at me like, "Hey, what's up?" Well, that rat later became our pet rat, Templeton. I hadn't put two and two together that rat was a rat that the neighbor was talking about, or one of them, apparently. So my first reaction was, "Huh, you look exactly like a pet rat that I've had before." So I took a broom and I tried to kill it. Because my instinct was there is a rat of unknown origin in my house. It is a pest. I must smash it. and chased that poor thing all around the house. He went underneath the bed. I tore the bed apart. This rat actually screamed in fear, and I finally got it out back. And the dog and the cat were like, "What are you doing? We brought you a gift. You're a dick." And I was like, "Whatever. This is what happens when you're not invited to my house. I will fuck you up. What's up? How you doing?" So I tell the kids about it. They're like, "I can't believe you were mean to this rat. If he comes back, can we please keep him?" I'm like, "No. Probably because you asked, and I'm a sucker parent." I don't know, 3 or 4 weeks later, I see the black and white rat eating seeds underneath the palm tree. I'm like, "Oh, he looks hungry. I will go save him from eating palm tree nuts or whatever he was eating." And I put him in a box and went and got a cage, put him in the cage. He was cool. I was able to pick him up, pet him, hang out on my shoulder. It never dawned on me that this was a straight out of Compton rat until I had a date over at that time. And I was like, "Oh, this is my rat. This is my new rat, Templeton." I told her the story. She's cracking up. She's like, "It's the funniest thing ever." She's just imagining me screaming and running around hysterically chasing the rat with a broom. And I'm like, "Yeah, you want to pet him?" She's like, "Yeah, sure." So I open up the cage, which is a bird cage, a tall bird cage, and I reach in to grab the rat. And this is when it dawned on me that I don't think the rat was familiar with being picked up from its back. It wasn't exactly hand tamed. You know, you put heroin in their water bottle and they're just like, "I want more." So annoying. This rat, I go to pick this rat up, and it turns around and it bites me 11 times in the same spot. And as it's biting me, I'm counting how many. Really? You have water at the other end. Do you mind? What? They're lucky they're adorable. Stop. I'm gonna check these guys out. Anyway, as the rat gnaws me to the bone, I don't even drop it. I don't drop it. I calmly turn and I put it back inside the cage. And I'm standing there and I have a hole in my hand and I'm bleeding like profusely. But you know, I had a date for charcuterie. What, I'm gonna cry. She's like, "Do you have any rubbing alcohol? We need to clean that wound." Like, that thing bit you like a handful of times. I said 11. It bit me 11 times. I counted. She said, "I can't believe you didn't drop it." I said, "Well, I'm stubborn. I have this need to win." And I decided in that moment the rat was not going to win. She's like, "Yeah, you're still bleeding all over the place." So, fix it. I got the bleach. I poured bleach into my wound. It hurt, but I guarantee it cleaned it. I didn't lose a finger. I just told the kids, "Be careful when you pick up the rat like this." It got nervous. I thought it was getting eaten by a large man. So that was Templeton. Templeton lasted about March, 3 months. I had a feeling that either it wasn't the same rat that was so spirited when I chased it. In hindsight, chased one out of my house. Or the act of scaring the shit out of that rat shortened his lifespan because he lasted for 3 months. He died. Everyone was sad. But he was really good, aside from the fact that he attacked me, which I deserved. because I attacked him and he deserved it because he's a rat. So we get Miss Frisbee, the replacement rat. We get her from the pet store. And I was like, you know what? Instead of hunting escaped rat convicts wherever they came from, I'm going to go spend $6.90. Sorry. It's late, guys. I got up at like 4:30 for work today. Anyways, we get the silky store-bought rat as a replacement rat. She's a great rat. And then, yeah, flash forward to like a month and a half ago, the kids are telling me, hey, I hear a rat. I think I hear a rat in my room. Okay. Well, find it. Long story short, I think there was like 11 rats. They were like this big to this big. Kid ones, they weren't all at once. We didn't know they were all at once. And we didn't know how they got in. Hunter thought they got in through my closet. There must have been an opening or something in the wall. He winds up taking this little girl home, little black and white rat. Kiddo cage, bring home, meaning mom's home. That's where they live during the week. And then there are rats running around my house, in my drawers. Not like my drawers here, but like going through stuff. And it was, like I said, it was cute to see one because I was familiar. Like, they don't bother me until there's a bunch of them. And then there's just growth. I had to bleach everything. I went and bought rat traps, humane rat traps. I thought I would be able to get them to go inside a cage, and then, yeah, I'll figure out what to do with them. They were living behind my stove and behind my fridge for the most part. And then I figured out that they were coming into the cabinetry, underneath the cabinetry, and then there was a hole somewhere in a wall that they were able to then go along the back of the wall, and then apparently down into their den is where they came from. So my buddy John from Transplanted Devil John, he works for a company that does pest control. Truly, John, do you? He tells me to get a glue trap. He said, get a non-poisonous glue trap. It actually works. Put the glue trap down, put a little bit of peanut butter next to it. They'll get stuck. They'll probably make noise. He goes, but it's actually really easy. You can take you can run warm water over them. It will release them from the glue trap, and they don't have to die and suffocate there. Now they will. Those glue traps are set up so they get trapped and they suffocate. But I'm thinking, okay, I'll give it a shot. Why not? I'm wearing motorcycle gloves. I have tongs. I have a glue trap, a large one. And I think I got down to like my last 6 rats. They were fortified behind the refrigerator, not wanting to leave my home. I had already captured one, and that was, what's your name? Hey, buddy. That'd be Timmy. And I tamed Timmy in 1 moment. The next 4 or 5, they got on the glue traps. And man, they will try and rip you to pieces. They are not happy. I saved a couple. I think I let one die. The last one, it was like number 6 on the trap. Each one up to that point, even though they tried to kill me, I used warm water and soap and got them off the trap, and then tried to dry them up and then let them go back outdoors. I don't know what the fuck I was thinking, but I had already figured out how to kind of keep them out of my house. Kind of, I think. The very last one was Elmer, his buddy, his brother, I'm sure. Elmer was stuck in that fucking glue trap so bad. Like, he had little patches of fur missing. Like, that boy was traumatized. in the course of a couple of days, and this is weird when you got like rats running around your house and you've got to exterminate or get rid of them. Really? Again with the drinking. I've got rats that are screaming, and I'm trying to save them. And yet, in that couple of days, I bonded with him. You know, if you don't know how to bond with an animal, a mammal, I mean, you could start with like sweet talk and conversation. That usually works pretty well. But even like juvenile and young adult mammals, if you can pick them up by their scruff, you can bond with them. And people forget that. So the way they're carried by their parents, obviously, is by the scruff of their neck. It's a reflexive action that they get. Hey. You pick them up by the scruff of the neck, their brain shuts off, and they go limp. Oh. So as I'm sitting here, and I'm like, I don't know, this one's kind of squirrely, and I killed his siblings. I don't know if he's going to want to be my friend. After a few days of being in this cage and chilling, feeding him and whatnot, I was like, he's not going to want to leave this place. He's going to be in this cage and be happy. So I just went up one morning, opened the cage, put my hand in, got him comfortable with it, and then put my hand on top gently, not like this, so he didn't bite the fuck out of me. And then I picked him up by the scruff of his neck, and he went from being squirrely to hypnotized like that. And then I brought him up like this, put him underneath my beard, and I pet him, never let go of the scruff because I had to control him. And then I pet him, make sure he couldn't bite me, and then put him back in the cage. And from that point forward, he was like, you're in charge. I defer to you, sir. Elmer hated me. Elmer had his exposure to me was tearing him out of a glue trap and being tired about doing it. So I've never picked him up, but he will come out and say hello. You guys want to see him? This is how you get a pest. Spend $40 or $50 on food and cages and crap, and your pest can be inside their house in your house, not inside your house making your house their house. That's the difference. The nature of these animals is very, very interesting. The moral of my story is these were, for all intents and purposes, just wild rats. Sure, they came from breeding stock that has been bred, obviously, to have a mild disposition. But out of the whole group of rats that I was chasing down, several of them tried to kill me. They wanted me dead. If I wasn't wearing really good gloves, they would have fucked me up. And having been fucked up by one of them before, it bit me 11 times in the same spot to try and break my finger and eat it. So all animals, when cornered, have the instinct to kill you, including the human animal. Rats and dogs have evolved with humans for 10,000 years. So they eat the same similar foods. They have the same flora and fauna, same gut bacteria. They've adapted to be able to, medicine for the most part is universal and can be utilized across the species when it comes to rats and dogs. That's why they use lab rats, they use lab dogs. Fauci still does. There's a reason. It's because their immune systems adapt to ours. So the way that they socialize also is adaptive to us. So they will have their own little families and do their thing. They will also become part of your family. They'll let you. And it's weird that if it was a ground squirrel in my house, a desert ground squirrel, I would be very hesitant to touch it. If it was a pack rat, it would scream, I would scream, it would run off. But these Rattus, I believe, the Rattus, not Rattus Norvegus, but the Rattus, for some reason, the instinct is not immediate death because they're familiar. Boys, are you done? Rattus. That's it? They must be done. Would you like to swing on a star? Oh, you see my new earring? Look. I feel like I'm trying to think of his name. Singer Aaron Neville. Oh, Aaron Neville. What is going on? Where is it? Oh, the rats. I kept wondering, like, why are they always right here next to my head? And it's like they're just like, gonna be like, hey, bud, hey, 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 hey. I'm like, what? Well, I'm their Lord and Savior, and I feed them quesadilla. That's why they like me. And I feed them beer. I left the beer in my house, so I put it in the rats. One of an extra water bottle for the rat. Oh yeah, they got drunk. They liked it. They liked it a lot. Ooh, it's kind of greenish. I think it's black. You know what they say? Alright. You want to play a game or look at some newsy stuff? I think, let's see what this is. So what do you guys think? The pandemic is over? It's nice, right? Yeah, I mean, it should have been over like a long time ago because it was just a mass transformation, hypnosis used by the government to oppress, suppress, control, just like I said. All the truths are coming out right now. That's why we're supporting the war. We're not going to talk about that tonight, though. We're not going to do conspiracy. It's not conspiracy. We're not going to do truth tonight. I kind of want to, but we'll wait. I think I had added Peter McCullough to the... What's this? Oh, yeah, I'm literally that guy. I found that picture and I thought, how adorable. My testosterone might be low. There are female rats hanging up their unmentionables. And I'm thinking, look at how cute they are. How awesome. I wonder how long it took to get the pictures just like that. And then I thought, you know, the likelihood of getting 4 rats to hit those marks exactly like that, unlikely. They're probably dead. They probably used glue traps and freeze-dried them and then made cute pictures for people like me. Don't you think? That's likely the case. Dead bud biker beard. Ooh. We're going to just look at some random videos in my video archive and we're going to see what they are. And that seems like a good choice, right?
What's the name of this?
Check it out. What video clip is this? Let's take a peek. You ready?
Spiky-headed Sith Lord holding a cool double-bladed lightsaber.
Darth Guard.
Darth Maul, Darth Paul, or Darth Garth.
Darth Guard.
Darth Garth. What's the name of this much-loved Gungan Grand Army General? Is this Jar Jar Binks, Jar Jar Peanut Butter? Jar Jar Superstar? Or Chirpa?
Jar Jar Superstar.
I love Jar Jar Superstar.
Jar Jar Superstar. Misa don't like it, Jar Jar Superstar.
Superstar.
Oh, Superstar.
Oh, shit, that's funny.
Totally random question. Unlike
That was we find the Legion men from Atomic Dork Squad apparently taking a Star Wars quiz that I had found that I thought was particularly funny because the answers of the multiple choice answers, they were ridiculous. This is where I had posited, like, this is where friend groups like the three of us, where one of them doesn't take Star Wars stuff seriously, don't give a I like Star Wars, but I'm not fanatic at all. This is where there's like three guys that, like, look, Jeff and Daniel have worked really hard on the questions, like, here's the right answer, and then they come to me, hey, Dad Bod, I need you to do me a favor. I need you to fill out the rest of the answers so we can have this ready for tonight. And yeah, just take it seriously. Make it challenging. And then that's where Dad Bod, like, smokes a spliff. I don't smoke weed, but, like, let's say I did. And I'm not saying that because I'm greater, holier than thou. I smoked a lot of weed in my youth. It's just not my thing. This is where I got high and then started making myself laugh, coming up with the dumbest alternate answers. That's why I really like that clip. I can relate to it for sure. Just thinking, oh, they're gonna love this, and they might have until you ruined it, because we just can't have nice things because you're an idiot. Would like to swing down the storm, carry moonbeams, holding a John. So John and I threatened for the New Year, and it was New Year. It's kind of like the Chinese New Year. It's the Sinatra New Year. March 7th was the anniversary of the show. We did the 16 Commandments of Poon, which was good. John had a good time with that. And then I said, hey, would you like to switch up and do something different this upcoming year? Because I was thinking I might like to do some more paranormal stuff. Because we also did a show with us telling our own experiences with paranormal activity, and it was good. My paranormal ghost story apparently was quite impactful. Look, oh, I got new flashies for my big holes. Mine was a good. It's a good ghost story. I'll tell you what. Like, it's quite good. And then John told his, and his was like fucking Tales from the Crypt. Whoa, that's some bling. Those are some shinies. His like was. I'm looking in the corner of my living room because some scary shit happened. Here we go. Whoa. Those are subtle, aren't they? These are 10 millimeter. Which ones had the backing on them already? Well, that's going to pull out quite easily. Yeah, these are 10. It's like getting shot in the air with a 9 millimeter. It's just 10. There we go. So we can keep them from falling out. Well, fuck them. Whoever bands came up from Radicus. Oh, looks like somebody might be on the show. Let's see who it is. So anyway, our individual ghost stories were disturbing. Where I consider, I know that my experience is a jacked up experience, and I also know that I have an uncanny or a unique way that I can, that I tell a narrative. I spin a narrative. My pacing is solid. I can get you to pay attention. And if you haven't heard mine, you want to go back and check it out. I will label it. Here's the thing: is oftentimes we'll come into the show and we'll have one plan, and then it goes down another. We go in and we're going to talk about news and politics, and we wind up talking about night terrors and astral projection and shit like that. Or so it becomes something that we didn't expect. So Missy's story was bone chilling. It was emotional, and it was kind of jarring. And I don't know, between the three of us, we just said it was good. And then the door opened and slammed, and there was a weirdness going on in this house. And John kept telling me that the corner was getting darker while I was talking. It sucked. So I said, hey, I have an idea. Would you like to, let's invite the paranormal outcomes to happen on a regular basis. Wouldn't that be fun? And he said, yeah. I said, well, how about we do missing 411. We'll do missing person reports through history where they've wound up and the things they have in common and the unknown reason why they ever got there. Do some kind of like unexplained missing mysteries. And then we can do like a couple stories, discussion, maybe a little forensics, try and figure out what happened. And then maybe we'll do ghost stories. I'm going to start collecting ghost stories from other people and trying to get other people to come and tell their ghost stories on the show. And then we can dig into like Sasquatch or UFOs or what else? Loch Ness Monster or just this shit that goes bump in the night. And yeah, I think that's what we're going to do. Atomic Dork Show will still happen on Sundays. Then we'll do, we haven't come up with a name for it yet. Do you have an idea what the name could be? News, traffic, and weather. We'll sort it out. Come up with something cute. Something that has to do with paranormal, Sasquatch, Bigfoot, Big Squatch. There you go. Missing 411 Big Squatch. It's not really shelf help, right? I mean, I have the domain already. I already branded shelf help. So I guess maybe we can do missing 411, news, traffic, and weather in the middle, which be what's going on in the world, and then finish up with ghost story, and then we're done for the night. It could just be Shelf Help Show presents, SHS presents, Fucked Up Stories with John and Jeff. Yeah. It's the John and Jeff Show. Why don't we just do it like morning DJs? That was an idea that I had. I said, raise your hand if you would be in on this, because I'm the idea man. I have lots of ideas. I said, how about we do a group podcast stream where we are a morning radio show or a drive time radio show anywhere USA, and we'll have it set up where we all have, a backdrop like the radio station, which John and I started to do. And I realized visually, it gives you thematically, it fits if everybody has the continuity and something going on. American flag and the Mein Führer. Just kidding. I voted for Gary Johnson, but I am conservative, so I guess that's my thing. I'm conservative, and I say the F word. Yeah, so I thought, thematically it makes shows pop a little bit better. So what if we did, we can do a 1 hour show that is all of the behind the scenes as if we were in radio, we were a drive time radio station, and then every time it goes to song or commercial, the negative space is where the show actually exists. So, you get it? All right, everybody, we can do our thing, and you got the weather girl, traffic. You got the producer with the hi hat. And then you got the wacky sports guy. However you want to do it, you got to have a dude from sales. You basically have your radio station crew, and then we approach it like that. And then we would improv our interactions in between scenes. So then, obviously, what you would be privy to if it was normal would be the banter and the crap that you do in between your other stuff. Hey, all right, we're gonna play games. We're gonna play the make mom say the fuck word, make mom curse, okay? All that, and then the cutaway part. That's when you find out who's fucking who's got a heroin problem, who spent all their money on hookers, who beats their kids, that sort of stuff, or who went to jail again because he got caught masturbating in public. So that, I don't know. I think it's a cool idea. If y'all want to steal it, you can. I don't care. Anybody. I thought that might be entertaining. Allows for some improv and some copyright violations with music. Rolling the wax and sax is the best on wax. Hey, come here. Come here. Hey. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. So the one closest to you, that would be Timmy. Hi, Timmy. Hi, Elmer. See, I've never touched Elmer, so it's weird that he crawls out on me. Uh-oh. Don't fall. Elmer's good. What's up, Timmy? Hey, be careful when you're nibbly. Hi. Whoa, you okay? Hi. Hey. Are you licking me? Alright. Hi. 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 Hi, boys. Hi, boys. Hi. 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 Hmm. Oh. Hi, boys. I think they're cute. I like them. They're wild in my house. No, they're wild in their own houses. Rats gone wild. Have you guys met my pickaninny? This one came up on the show. I believe that you should embrace art that was, even if it was maybe considered what's the word? Tacky. Heirloom dolls, crafted from the very best. Bisque porcelain available. Finished by hand for a velvet smooth feel. Hand painted in natural colors like the intensity of the lifelike found in a truly flexible doll. We are assured that from the moment you invite our doll into your home, the value will begin to appreciate as you would expect a cherished collectible. So, yeah, I guess it's cherished collectible. I mean, this doll is, the stand. I guess it's not permanent on the stand. We should check it out. It's got a twist tie that mounts his legs. And then, let's see what we can find out about this pickaninny doll. So I found this at the Mormon store. This was made in 1989, which means back when it was still okay in the Mormon church to be, like, kind of racist. Your grandma could still get herself a little black doll, put it on the mantle. So when I saw it, I thought, what an interesting piece of history. And in this day and age, I don't even know. I don't think they would sell this anymore. I don't think, or it wouldn't be sold to. What I would have to assume was somebody bought it for their grandma, or the little white lady bought it for herself. Why would I assume that? Because it's a demographic of the people who contribute stuff to that store. I'm trying to take him off this mount, but I don't want to break anything. Let's check it out. Let's check out our doll. Oh, here we go. Okay. Ooh, sorry about that. Okay. There's a doll stand. Oh, could he stand up by himself? No. Can I take his clothes off? Why not? Velcro. Velcro was not invented back when this doll was supposedly a person. Oh, I don't want to break it. Let's see. How about that? I feel a little pervy taking the clothes off a doll. I'm not gonna take it off completely. I was just curious if there are other layers on this porcelain doll. I wonder how much a porcelain doll is worth, or how much they cost when you buy them new. I had inherited a bunch of porcelain dolls from my daughters. Maybe it was just Haley when she was born. Neighbor gave us a bunch. And, yeah, I swear they were haunted. They were spooky. I took a hammer to them all. Alright, well, underneath the shirt is, it's not real, guys. It's not real. Look, underneath. Look, I was thinking there was going to be like, flesh, like skin. No, it's not. It's just white. Oh, goodness. Look, it's only realistic from the clothing. I think. Yeah, it's just a bundle of sculpted, whatever the fuck they make doll torsos out of. Yeah, it's not real. It's just a doll. Why? Why do you look at me like that? I'm sorry. Did you see that? It's really awkward. Okay, sorry. Maybe we shouldn't tell ghost stories. Maybe it's a bad idea. This thing is gonna wake me up in the middle of the night, holding a pocket knife like a sword. Why'd you take my clothes off? Did you think it was appropriate to take my clothes off, sir? I will kill you now. I'm gonna be murdered by a little doll that's like 8 inches tall. Or maybe 6. I can't tell. Oh, looks big to me. This is the sort of behavior that kept me from working at the really good companies. And made sure I didn't get hired. Or made sure I wasn't able to go to like really nice schools. Sir, do you play with dolls? No, not yet. But someday when I'm 48, when I get a little African American doll or Creole looking doll, I'm gonna take his clothes off while streaming by myself in the middle of the night with my rats. I'll think no one's watching. It's not weird. And then someday I'm like, you know what? I would like to be the deacon of this church. And they're like, Mr. Sinatra, we have a video we'd like you to see. Who knows, like, what the woke movement will turn into? Who knows? It's gonna be like, doll's rights. You violated that doll's rights. Oh, I thought it was gonna be a black thing. No, you bought it fair and square. You shouldn't make jokes like that. What are you doing, nerd?
Again.
Yeah.
I might have to miss you.
Yeah, quit drinking iced tea in the middle of the night.
I'm not drinking that much iced tea. I've had like half a can of iced tea.
That's it?
Yeah.
You peed like 10 times. Yeah. Do you want to measure it, see what volume of urine you were passing?
I feel like it's on.
Well, you could do like, well, I'm a man, so I know the flow and how much is there, but when everything's like rip roaring and I feel like I'm peeing a lot, like almost probably 12 ounces at a time, maybe 16, like a pound at a time. I wonder if you count your stream for how long would indicate a pint, and then you would know. I think I've lost 5 pounds, 6 pounds in a night just by peeing that many times. It's crazy. So, okay. Anyways, I'm gonna bind his legs back to this thing. I'm gonna stop playing with my doll. But he's a handsome fella. Let's find out. We'll look it up online. We'll see how much this doll costs. It only cost me like $3, I think. It's not that I want to sell it. I'm just curious how valuable are porcelain dolls. So that's my guy. He doesn't have a name. Marion U Designs, registered trademark. So I rescue the obscure. Good night, love. Sleep well. Oh, okay. My kids admonish me. Don't stay up too late. They have to tell their dad. It's funny. I won't. We'll see. I think last weekend, I think I stayed up like Saturday to Sunday. I think I conked out for like an hour and a half. But it was in this chair. This is a lazy boy. Oh shit. Kids are up in the morning. They're like, how'd you sleep? I'm like, so good if sleep was a thing. And they even had a sleepover with a friend of theirs. She was like, I think your father's a vampire. Like, he's just weirdo. He talks to nothing in the middle of the night. And then he builds websites, and then he builds apps, and then he learns how to build all the shit that you never wondered. I wonder how that works. That's my dad. Little scrub. So, I know some people think that smoking little cigars in your house is like a bad thing. But here's how I look at it. Fuck you. Thanks, right? They're little. They don't put off a lot of smoke. They really don't. It's like Cavendish. Pipe tobacco smells pretty good. The kids don't even complain. Not even a sensitive ear to anyone. Look, bots. What are these bots doing? Ashton. Today. What is it? Oh, YouTube? Feeling.red. Boom, boom, boom. Tunnel darkness. That's mine. So is that. I need a drink of water. Let me show you some Jordan Peterson.
I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready. Whoa,
Magnets!
Guess who?
Emotional damage!
help me understand what it is that makes white people so
got to the
afraid.
Senate 180 years ago.
Who is this?
Better than anybody else. And you don't know my state. My state was a slave state. My state is a border state. My state is the 8th largest black population in the country. My state is anything from a northeast liberal
Get your
state.
words straight, Jack.
Get the fuck out.
You are part of the Rebel Alliance and a traitor.
Get out.
You can't handle the truth.
Fear leads to anger. Anger leads to hate. Hate leads to suffering.
My name is Jeff. Hello?
Hey.
Daddy! Giggity, giggity!
Oh my.
My chair collapsed. Welcome back. Dad bod. Biker breed. With the rats. I'm a young person doll. What else do I have on my desk? Prime times. Oh, mascot. This is from my youngest, Hannah. And let's go ahead and take his clothes off. Just kidding. She said this is like me. Dad bod. Because I work where I work. Wear ties. On my way home, on my motorcycle, I wear a leather jacket. And I'm a bear. Which means I'm a homosexual with a beard. Except I don't have a beard. Interesting thing about being me. I enjoy it. That is all. Oh, what the fuck? So bright. How do you make everything not so white? All like a Democrat. But that same one over here on the HD screen, obviously I adjusted the light on it. Because look, ready? There's literally like a fucking flashlight on me, a spotlight. A little bit there. Not there. That just reminded me that these monitors, you can adjust them. I probably should. So, feed spot. FeedSpot. FeedSpot is an aggregator. It's a company who indexes podcasts, blogs, news sites, puts them all together, categorizes them, and they also sell marketing information from the site. So you can use FeedSpot free if you'd like to just go in and pick genres of blogs and podcasts that you like. It's amazing. Let me show it to you right now. just in case, I'll say audio. Check it out. So, what do I like about it? If you want to join me on the show, you can go ahead and click on that thing and I'll let you in. Please button. So this is a media contact database. If you want to pay them and you want a bunch of names, addresses, and phone numbers to people who are into these topics, they will give it to you for a price. If you want to interview people, if you want just more information, you can pick any of these. It's mom stuff. Like, look, if I was to pay to have somebody's address, I would think that I would want like a single mom's, right? Let's check it out and see what these blogs are about. There's 1,908 blogs and podcasts on this topic. How about divorced moms? How about divorced dads? 91 divorced mom blogs. How many divorced dad blogs? Dad, single dad. It jumps up. Let's take divorced mom off of it. 1,900 single dad blogs. How many fashion and beauty ones? What'd you guess? How many fashion and beauty blogs are going to show up under, let's just say, let's pick one. Hair care, vintage, black fashion, street fashion, women's fashion, makeup, skincare. Let's just do makeup. So he says 1,449 blogs on makeup. How about on just fashion? 3,000. I say 3. 9,000 blogs on fashion. Holy shit. Plus size fashion. I say 4,500. 2,800. How about men's fashion? What do you guess? I say 2,700. 1,165. That's just closer to what I was thinking at first. How about vegan fashion? I don't think there's such thing. They're all gross. Sorry, there's as many vegan blogs as there are men's fashion blogs. Being on for you. You're welcome. Let's pick healthy lifestyle. I say 5,000. 6,000. Nice. And then let's go with the travel lifestyle. What do you think? I say 9,000. 10,000 plus. Nice. How about vegan lifestyle? I say 3,000. 1,500 half. So I want to be nice. I want to give vegans the benefit of the doubt, but there's really nothing that explains why they're weird. Food blogs. I bet there's like 7,000 baby food blogs. 2,000. I was a bit rich on that one. How about food allergies? I say 7,000. 10,000 plus. I knew it. How about ice cream? 4,700 is my guess. Only 600. I thought ice cream was more exciting than that. All types of photography, automobiles, pets and animals, environment and nature, finance and banking, Christianity, sports, Formula One, soccer, rugby, ski, snowboard, gymnastics, hunting, surf, swimming, climbing, scuba diving. I say karate. How many karate blogs? 105. That's it. How about bowling? There's got to be less. I say 8. 69, dude. Nice. Gambling and betting blogs. I see poker. I'm going to say 10,000 plus. 258. It's a small number. Anywho, if you want to buy or look at information about that stuff, check it out at feedspot.com. Feedspot.com. Let's go back. Let's see what I use it for. Brand monitor. Our media monitoring tool lets you effectively track topics for competitors. You can monitor your product name, brand, competitors, keywords, authors, or any other favorite topics. So if you're competing for ad space, it's a pretty good tool for that. This is a news site called The Right Scoop. Debunking media's big lie about Florida legislation they call Don't Say Gay. The presidential election was a fraud that was hacked, says Jen Psaki. What? I think it's clickbait. I think they want you to click through, but it's nothing. No news. Watch another reporter losing it as cops keep missing suspect hiding in plain sight. I'm thinking clickbait, but let's give it a shot. Well, apparently it's too hard to click. I read in passing today that Joe Rogan and Trump are going to sit down. Mark Maron had Obama back at the end of his term. Maron's a bleeding heart liberal. Maron lost so much market share when he came out and got political and started cursing Trump. He went from the biggest, most downloaded interview podcast ever, relegated to the shit. Trump responds to his interview being canceled. the podcast and fuck. YouTube took it off because it got 5 million views in 24 hours. But guess who didn't? Guess who's going to keep hosting it? Rumble. Rumble. What's going on? Charges dropped. Another Antifa criminal is going to get away with murder. While nonviolent protesters from January 6th are rotting in D.C. jail cells, waiting for CNN to decide what to tell Biden to do with them, Antifa crimes continue to go unpunished. Trump responds to his interview being canceled by YouTube. Also, Trump predicted it would happen. Trump's interview with Full Send's podcast yesterday was suddenly canceled today by YouTube and removed off the platform for so-called misinformation. Trump responded to the cancellation on Hannity tonight. It turns out, find out what oh, if you just tell it, you're gonna have a problem. Fuck you, clickbait. Let's see what it has to see.
It's a test for everybody. It'll be a small group of people. This interview will have millions and millions of people, assuming it's not touched. Let's see if they allow you. I hate to say this to you because you guys are going to chicken out, I guarantee.
We don't chicken out, Don.
If you put up this whole thing, watch.
We don't chicken out, Don.
If you,
Don, we don't chicken out. I'm telling you right now.
You don't chicken out?
Don, we don't chicken
ready?
out.
Ready?
Let's hear it.
If you put up this whole interview, let's see what happens when Instagram and Facebook and Twitter and all of them take it down. And let's see what happens when they threaten you and all that. Because we don't.
Clickbait.
We're at Mar-a-Lago. Can't even believe this is happening. We got Donald Trump, President of the United States.
Round of applause.
Round of applause. Thank you,
Round of
Mr. Trump.
applause, man. Thank you.
We're really, really excited to be doing this.
It's my honor. My honor. You come highly recommended by Dana White, and that's good enough for me.
So what did Dana say to you?
Well, they said you are a wonderful group of people. I guess you're friends of his, and
Very
you
good
do
friends.
the UFC thing, and he's done an incredible job. And when he said that, I've been with Dana for a long time. He's been my friend for a long time, and I said that's good enough for me. But you've done a great job.
We've become such good friends with Dana. We've always been fans of the UFC, but kind of met him through his son. Was a big fan of our content, so. It's been a blessing to be able to be friends with Dana White. He's such a good guy.
He is. He does. I tell you, I don't know what would happen with UFC without him. That's one man. They say You can always replace somebody. I'm not sure if that man is replaceable.
Definitely not. No.
He's,
I know.
he's
What's the UFC going to be like when Dana's gone?
Well, he'll be there for a long time, so we're not going to have to worry about that, right? Don't you think?
I expected you to be rolling in here with no suit on, coming off the golf course. I was expecting, you always rocking the suit.
No, I'm a worker. I work hard. I work long hours. I work hard. I see what's going on with our country right now. It's never been in a position like this. Now we're going to get oil, I hear, from Venezuela and Iran. Now think of this, and Russia. If you would have told me that just a short while ago we had oil at $30 a barrel and even less, and now we're up to, you see what's happening today. You guys probably haven't because you've been sitting here for a half an hour, but if you were watching every 10 minutes it's like a rocket ship going up. And that's costing the world. It's also fueling Russia, but it's costing the world. The energy has never gone. It just broke a record, an all-time record per barrel, and there's never been anything like this. And we had it down to $30 a barrel, and really even less in a sense. We had to fight to keep it up because we had so much of it. We were going to be twice as big as Russia and Saudi Arabia combined. And that would have taken place in a very short while. We were already energy independent, and we already became number one. And now they cut way back, and it's all for the environment. And we had the cleanest air and the cleanest water yet recorded during my last year. So it's what's happening now is horrible. What's happening in Ukraine is it's genocide. Nobody's ever seen anything like it. And because of modern technology and the cell phones and everything, you get to see all of these atrocities. You're seeing them on tape, on television. Nobody's ever seen anything like this.
So would you blame the gas prices? Is that because of this conflict in Ukraine, or is it like a combo of things?
No, I don't. I think it's because of that a little bit. But we right now would have been, if we left our policies in place, we would have been able to supply the world with energy, and you probably wouldn't have a war for a lot of reasons. Number one, Putin would not have done it. He would not have done it. This would never have taken place if you had a person that did very well in the election. I'm being very nice when I say that, too. I'm being very kind. We did phenomenally in the election, 12 million more votes than we got the previous time. If we were running, if you had the Trump administration in there would be no war, number one. Yeah. And number two, energy prices would have been down. War or no war, they would have been very low because we were dominant. We were becoming, I call it energy dominance. We were dominant in energy and getting more so by the day.
Nice. Well, why wouldn't there have been a war? Because you were in office?
No, because I understood Putin. I talked to Putin. I spoke to him about Ukraine, and I said, don't do it. And I won't go into the exact conversation, but under certain if certain people ask, I'll tell them exactly what the conversation was. But we look weak. We look stupid. Mm-hmm. We look like we don't know what we're doing. And nobody's ever seen the country like this. And let me tell you, it really began not only with a horrible, weak border, but it really began when they so incompetently withdrew from Afghanistan. I got it down to 2,000 soldiers. We were going to withdraw, but we weren't leaving $85 billion worth of equipment.
Wow. So, don't know how big that podcast is. It's probably, has like 5 more viewers than I do. Imagine what happens when Trump, who now actually sounds calm, level-headed, and logical. And understand, I didn't vote for him the first time. I did not. Couldn't get behind it. I did the second time. Probably. I will a third time, probably. After the rhetoric, the mealy-mouthed, bold-faced lies that's going on for the last year and change, how can you not miss that? What was wrong about somebody who came out and said, guys, We're tearing it up here. We're tearing it up here. We're kicking ass here. We're taking care of our own. It's because is he a bit of a narcissist? Sure. Yeah. Did he ultimately make a more positive change, more positive impact than negative? Yeah. Did the media hate him because they're part of the left political machine? Yeah. When Charlemagne the God says he misses him because at least he knew what to expect and he knew that he would actually dump him. That's pretty crazy. Crazy. Anyway, FeedSpot. It's a great aggregator for news and anything else that you might be interested in. Just, Timmy, stop. That's it. I'm done. And if you're watching this video on demand, I'm sorry, but cool. Thanks for checking it out. If you're watching anywhere else in the world, even better. I appreciate you too. I was getting on tonight because I was going to do something that I had never done before, and that is brush my teeth. You know, my daughter's boyfriend, Riley, when he found out that I do this, he wanted to come on and do it with me and or be interviewed. I've met him once. It's her first boyfriend. He's 6'3" and he's dreamy. I sent him a link. He evaded me because I want to ask him some questions like, how much do you like having your penis attached to your body? All right then. Anybody else, it would just seem like a weird question coming from your girlfriend's father who has a Trump flag and an American flag in his house. And he talks to rats like he's Ace Ventura. You want to be careful. Don't cross him. Be respectful. Otherwise, you can find yourself dead. That's it. Dad Bod Biker Beard. Self-help show. I got nothing. Riley escapes me. Maybe tomorrow. I'll announce in advance if I know for sure he's coming on. You guys help me ask questions of this motherfucker. What are your intentions with my daughter outside of ejaculating with her? Have you discovered in never mind, I can't be. Yeah. Have you found that our Lord Jesus Christ is your Savior? He died for your sins because you're gonna need that. I think you need to get to church, boy. Get some Jesus. Because otherwise, I'll get the Jesus out of you. Jesus, sir, stop. Alright, well, I'm gonna erase this, so. Yeah. That's it. Look. I'm gonna fall asleep, ready? Let's see, what is that thing that we always say?